guys, tonight we're going to make a breakfast skillet. This is one of Sarah's favorite recipes to do. Basically, you only do everything in one skillet, so you don't dirty up a lot of dishes. The way we like to do it, we eat right out of the skillet. It's very good, very inexpensive. You pretty much use what you have on hand. What you will need is, see, for ours we use a 10-inch skillet. Same one we did our spaghetti in. Make sure it's good and well seasoned so nothing sticks. One of the main ingredients is potatoes, and if you don't have it seasoned really well, your potatoes are going to stick to this pan. What you will need for this recipe, like I said, you can pretty much use whatever you have on hand, but the main ingredient is potatoes. For both me and Sarah, we usually do 4 to 5 medium potatoes. That gives us some for leftovers the next day. It's very good for breakfast, but we do it for supper sometimes as well. But you want to dice these up. Your other ingredients will be either bacon, breakfast sausage, Italian sausage. Tonight, I believe we're going to be using diced ham, so I'm going to take and saute that up. And then also, we like to dice up some onions and green peppers and saute that up as well to mix in with it. And then you'll need cheddar cheese or any cheese of your choice. Cheddar cheese is the best, personally, for us. You could probably use Colby Jack. We've done that before. It's really good. And you will need fried eggs. If you don't like fried eggs, you can do scrambled eggs. If you're going to do fried eggs, though, make sure they're runny, because that makes it really come alive. Do it either sunny side up or over easy, whichever, as long as it's still running. But like I said, you could use scrambled eggs as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to dice these potatoes up, and we'll move along. Anyways, we got the 5 potatoes, so we're going to take and throw it into our skillet, just as they are. Do that real quick. Our potatoes in our skillet. They're not seasoned yet. You're welcome to leave them plain. I like to season them up. I like my stuff to have flavor. So we're going to take and put some olive oil on this, and then also some salt, pepper, garlic, and paprika, and a little bit of Creole seasoning. And then we'll toss it all up, and we're going to throw it in the oven at 400 degrees until the potatoes are really soft. So we'll get that going, and then while those are cooking, we'll go ahead and saute our peppers and onions and our ham. I'm going to add our olive oil. You don't want to overdo it, but you want to do enough just to cover it. This stuff, not sure how you say the name, the Tony whatever, Chokeries, I have no idea. This is the best stuff. You could put this stuff on anything and it'll make it taste good. It does have a little bit of a bite to it, but you definitely have to try it out. What do you got? Alright, our oven's preheated to 400 degrees, so we're going to put that in and let that start cooking. Alright, so we got our potatoes in the oven. They'll probably take a good 30 to 45 minutes to get good and soft and a nice brown. So while we're doing that, we're going to take and cut up our peppers and onions and get them going. You can use the same skillet, do that first, and then do your potatoes, but I really don't care. I'm probably going to dirty up another pan, but 2 dishes as compared to doing a bunch of dishes doing something else, it kind of outweighs the other. So we're going to go ahead and cut these up and get them ready. We're going to throw them in a pan over here and saute them a little bit. Then we're going to add our ham and go from there. I'm going to show you too, I've been cooking since I was old enough to stand next to my grandma and watch her cook. She's the one who taught me how to cook, and then my mom helped as well. But I always had a hard time cutting up green peppers. And you cut them in half, and then you're pulling out the membrane and the seeds. And then later on, in my cooking career, I guess you could say, I actually worked with a chef. He wasn't the most friendly guy. However, I did learn a lot from him. He was very arrogant, but like I said, I learned a lot from him. And he showed me how to cut a green pepper to where you have no waste and you don't have to worry about pulling all the membrane out of it. So I'm going to show you that real quick. It's super simple. You're going to just flip. But I'll do a close-up of that and let you see how to cut up a green pepper the easy way, to where you can actually use pretty much all of it. You're not wasting any of it, and you're good to go. So alright, you got your green pepper. This is a fairly large pepper, so we probably won't use all this for the skillet. I'll probably use maybe half of it. And then we already had half of a red onion cut up. You can use yellow onion or white onion, it doesn't matter. This is just what we had already cut, and we needed to use it. So I'm going to show you how to cut this pepper. So like I said before, sometimes the way I used to do it is cut it right down the middle, pull the stem out, and then take your hands and pull the insides out. Well, this is a lot easier and there's a lot less waste. So you want to take your knife, make sure it's good and sharp. Always make sure they're good and sharp. Mainly because if you cut yourself, you would rather deal with a nice clean cut as opposed to a messy cut. And you're more prone to infection and all that stuff. So make sure your knife is good and sharp. I'm very particular about my knives. But you want to take the top just before the stem here and cut that down just like that. And you see the inside still in there. You don't want to cut it too close to the stem, but you want to get close enough to where you're not wasting a whole lot. After that piece is cut, you want to lay it on its side. Get as close to the seeds as you can. Just cut the side down like that. Flip it over. Do the same. Do there. And hit the bottom. All that's left is that little bit there. And you could probably take and cut this as well. But you got all your pepper that's clean. You don't have to worry about picking the seeds out of it or anything. Alright, we got our pepper sliced up. We got our onions sliced up. So we're going to throw them in a hot pan and saute them a little bit. I got my pan on about a medium heat, a little bit higher than medium. You just want to brown them a little bit. We use olive oil mainly. You can use butter if you like. I mean, it don't matter. It's basically your preference. But I'm going to saute these, and then I'm going to add some diced ham. We just got pre-diced ham. You can get it at the store. You can cut it if you like. It's up to you. Whatever meat you use, it's completely up to you. So we're going to get this going. We're still waiting on our potatoes to get done. We'll check those here in a little bit. They've only been for about 10 minutes. So we'll get that. potatoes are done. You just want them soft enough to cut with a fork. And these are good to go. So now what we're going to do is take our peppers and onions and our meat that we decided to use. Just add it to it. Mix it all in. Get it all mixed up. You can see how handy a good seasoned skillet can come when doing these potatoes, because if it wasn't seasoned, these things would be sticking so bad right now. But we've had this thing for quite a few years, and I've been building up layer after layer of seasoning on it, so it does really well. So now we're going to add some cheese, and then we're going to top with 5 fried eggs. Okay, so now that we got the cheese shredded on top of it, I'm going to stick it back in the oven just long enough to get the cheese good and melted, and then we're going to add our fried eggs.